I can't. All right.
What's up, everybody? Freaky
Friday. Welcome back. Thank you.
And guess what? Not only is it Friday,
It's All Hallows Eve.
it's our 13th episode.
All Hallows Eve. I'm going with that.
Friday
It
the 13th.
Is it really?
Bro?
That's
Yes,
crazy.
it is.
That's crazy. I love it. Thanks again, everybody. Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening. Just a heads up, we got a lot going on right now. We got a lot going on tonight for sure. All the lights, and you can tell the camera, it's going to be a little funky. Just stick with us. You can hear us. That's pretty much a podcast anyways. You just hear us talking. But the camera's going to be a little bit wonky, but
I feel like Side Duck.
Pokemon. You just Pokemon'd out, man. But yeah, it's going to be a fun night. We got a lot of different stuff we're going to talk about. We got some spooky stories, absolutely spooky stories. I got a really good one I think you guys are going to really enjoy. And it's real. It's not made up. It's a real spooky story. Happened to me as a younger adult. We'll get into more of that later. What's we got going on?
Oh, what's up?
That's the original duck bill. Yo, I can't. I can't. You guys can tell we're already having a blast here at the WheelHouse garage. We got dog costumes, absolutely. And then we have a couple other things for you guys. So get ready and let's let it all just unfold. Sit back, enjoy, listen to us talk and ramble about spooky stuff in All Hallows Eve. So what we got, Dylan? You're up, brother.
All right, well, today, obviously, the house that we live in, I grew up in this house with some stories. We're going to start with a light story here.
Oh, boy.
Grandma Meat Hook lives in the attic.
So, is that who is slamming the doors?
It might be.
In the middle of the night.
We hear noises all night. Our house is built in 1920.
100 years old.
Yeah, so when I was younger, I was always scared of the attic because Grandma Meat Hook lived up there. Now, we have a roommate living in the attic at the moment, but
don't tell him.
The unfinished part of the attic doesn't have any, it's unfinished. So she very well may still live in there.
Yeah.
Jake, were you aware of Grandma Meat Hook?
Meat Hook?
Yeah, she lives in our attic.
Meat Hook?
Grandma Meat Hook.
No, I was not aware of that. That's actually a cool name, though. I mean, the name's not cool. Like, if your grandma was really named Meat Hook, I don't think that'd be a cool name, but it's a cool, scary name for sure. Real quick, we didn't introduce all this, so check it out, everybody. This is the theme we were going on.
No, not yet.
Oh, we can't even do that yet? Oh, never mind. I lied. Don't listen to me. Do you have a ghost story here? Like something that happened to you that was you can't
ghost
explain.
Story.
I mean, that's what we're talking about tonight. Ghost stories and spooky stuff, and I'm all about it.
We might get into the ghost story.
I told you I have a really good one. You guys have a good one?
I have one.
Do you really?
Yeah.
Down. Let's hear it.
I worked up the road at a massage clinic, and camera's really bad.
Yeah, the camera is bad. I'm sorry, guys.
So the massage clinic is right in front of a cemetery, and when I first started there, they were like, "It's haunted here." And the owner was like, "Stop telling people it's haunted. It's not haunted. Like, stop. You're scaring people, whatever." So, it's really possibly not, but there's a cemetery behind it. Well, one night, I would work typically at nights. No, why are you looking at me like that?
I just can't. I can't, man. I can't with them right now. It's crazy.
So I was working at night, and I was alone. Usually, I was alone if there were no clients and stuff. Just me in there. And so when I'm in there, I pre-close, so I would turn out half the lights, stuff like that, and just be ready to go.
Right.
So I was sitting back in the break room, and I knew I was alone, and the bathroom door would always stay cracked. And so you hear this, belt buckle,
Ooh.
and, someone's undoing their belt. And then, in the bathroom.
This is not a massage parlor.
Yes, it's weird, I know. But
I'm sorry, I had to make that childish joke.
We lost the light.
What?
What light?
Remember, lights fell.
Oh. That's okay. You guys got the gist of it from the get-go.
Yeah, so I just heard this, belt being undone, and I was like, okay, well, that's weird. No one's here. So, like, I walked out front and stuff, made sure, like, there wasn't anything going on, whatever. And it didn't take long to walk out front. So, it took me maybe 30 seconds to walk out front, make sure no one was there, come back.
Because you already locked everything up.
Well, no, nothing was locked up, but, like, we have a bell. So, if we're back in the break room, it'll go off if someone opens the door.
Right.
So, I knew someone was that.
Okay, gotcha.
So, there was no one out there. I come back, and, like, the door's still cracked, and still no one in there. And
Stop looking at her, dude. It's a spooky time. You're sketching me out looking at her like it's a ghost or something, bro. I'm just saying. Let the story.
We know there's things living in the garage. So.
Oh, possums.
Yeah, so then I check the back door, make sure it's locked, because at that time we were doing construction. So it's like, okay, they go in and out of the back door to use the bathroom. So it's like maybe someone just came in the back door and like snuck around me. And nope, still locked. I walked outside to make sure like the people that were doing the construction weren't there. They weren't. So yeah.
So can I ask you a question?
It was good. We just lost another one. Yeah.
That's all right. Thinking about it, like, let's be real. It's like you're in a real place, in a real scenario. At first, do you think it's a ghost or something crazy? Or are you like instantly freaking out? Like, oh man, this could be an intruder. Like
no,
I'm about to get robbed or something like terrible.
No, I was pretty calm. I first thought that
all
my lights are going. Tape doesn't really work. Sorry. No, I mean, I thought it was construction guys at first, and I was just like, whatever. So then I started checking and stuff, and wasn't.
Okay.
So, like, then I text Larry. I was like, Larry, were you just here? That was a construction guy.
Larry, the cable guy?
And I was like, you still here? Like, did you just leave? Whatever. He was like, no, I haven't been there since this afternoon. Like, okay. So then I just think about, like, the cemetery's back there. And then, like, my grandfather is buried behind there.
Buried.
So,
I love it.
sorry.
I love it. I love it. I love it.
So.
See, I don't.
I then went to, like, okay, it's a ghost. Like,
it's something was out of the ordinary, and something definitely happened, and you're now, I guess, rationally thinking about it, that it's not an intruder, you're not in any danger, and it might just be something not of this world.
I mean, that's why I went to the front first.
Yeah,
to make sure no one, like, because if you come through the back door, you can go straight up the front, and you can go around, or you can cut through a room. So, like, I poked my head around, and then I cut through the room just to make sure nothing.
Right.
I mean, back then I wasn't like scared. I really didn't care.
Sounds like you were scared.
I mean, I was scared of, like, if there was a ghost. I did, like, turn off the lights back there and just stayed out front at that point. But
yeah, I think I definitely would have been a little bit worried. I think maybe not completely. Get the duct tape. My mom with the puns. I love it. Yes, get the duct tape. Yeah. No, I get it. That makes sense, though. I think. I mean, how old were you? Young?
No, I mean, Phil and I were probably talking relative, maybe the year before. Yeah, so I was in my 20s. Or not 20s, but I was probably 19, 20.
Okay, no, I got you.
Yeah, but, like, my dad and I used to stay up. I'd get off work, and we would stay up and watch, like, Ghost Adventures and stuff like that.
I love that show.
10 o'clock, like 11 o'clock at night, whatever. And
I love them shows. I still do. Ghost Mine or Ghost Adventures, or what was the original OGs, the Taps people?
Was it Ghostbusters? Goosebumps?
Oh, I loved the Goosebumps books when I was a kid.
I did too, actually. I read a lot of them. Real quick, I want to get off topic just for a second. I wrote down Halloween candy. And if you don't know me,
is trick or treat tonight?
I think it's tomorrow.
No, it's tomorrow.
And I actually think it's still going on. So if you guys are going trick or treating, have fun, be safe, everybody. Remember, COVID, 6 feet, all that jazz. Candy.
If you can guess what our costumes are.
Which, by the way, I have to delete that comment. Delete her comment. Sorry, Mom. You got to get deleted. Right click on it and delete that comment.
Which one?
The first one.
Yeah.
Dun, dun, dun.
I tell my, no, it's the little arrows. Delete that comment. Sorry, Mom. You gotta remove that comment. Yeah, trick or treating tomorrow. Yeah,
you were right, but
it's a little too.
Anytime somebody guesses it right, we're deleting.
You're deleting your comment. You're getting revoked. No, I just want to talk about candy, man. And if you guys know me, and I'm very adamant about it on Facebook, there's two candies that I absolutely. Sarah, did you get that from my mother, or did you actually guess that? Let me know.
That's so funny.
I hate candy corn and Peeps.
That's 2 people right so far.
What was it?
tricky as you thought.
Did you notice? My mom. I love my mom. Candy corn is absolutely disgusting.
Don't lie. Don't say that.
It is. It tastes like you might as well just eat a candle. Guessed. She's wearing white, so I'm assuming. Okay.
Yeah, colors.
See. Okay, so it was.
No,
was it hard to
up.
guess
Oh,
though?
You
sorry.
gotta stand up.
Let me stand up.
Can you see?
Now can you see? And then the whack whack quack quack Affleck
Y'all
type.
don't, man, I got my duck boots on too. So they don't have their duck boots on, but
The only reason it's a spoiler, and I deleted that comment, Mom. No offense, is because she was here. I don't know, a couple hours ago, and I kind of told her, I was like, so now obviously you can't say nothing. My mom doesn't listen to me. She doesn't listen. It's okay, Mom. I still love you. Candy corn. I can't get over this topic. Who likes candy corn? There's nobody. God, you're sick.
Riley likes it too.
Oh gosh, candy corn.
Do you like Peeps too?
Peeps and candy corn are the absolute 2
I'm not
worst.
surprised.
Yes, I did notice. Okay. Quack quack.
Good
yeah.
job.
Affleck.
Good job.
Sarah's a smart woman. I know.
Bro, she's just loving it.
Oh, do you see the headless horseman?
Yeah. Ryan goes on.
Oh, yeah,
And
yeah.
we have Sydney she's the horse to the headless horseman. Joel, come here.
We got a whole
Jump
slew of the gang here, all dressed up just for tonight.
Come here.
I told you it's gonna be a fun night. We're gonna talk about all kinds of scary, spooky shit too.
Come here, jump up.
We
Jules
got some scary music playing in the background, and if you guys
Okay,
haven't
jump up.
seen our WheelHouse Garage, our carved pumpkins.
That was all done by Raven, by the way. It was amazing.
Yeah.
And the only one I asked for was that, and it's Jack Skellington, of course, my favorite all-time Christmas and Halloween movie of all time. I'll argue with you in the comments if you want. I don't have a problem with that. It's cute. Y'all are creative. I mean,
Thank you.
I thought so.
my idea was Lady and the Tramps, and me and Dylan were going to be tramps, and obviously the one lady here. But we do another special guest for you guys. This is little man. We're going to call him Chewy from here on
Go
out.
ahead. Do it.
No, you got a full bore. Let it out, brother. Oh, that was.
Pull it down if you have to.
I love it. Oh
There you
man, I love it. I
Good
love
job.
it. I told you guys we had everybody's in the festive mood tonight.
Yeah. We have Jewel here too, but she won't jump up.
She's just laying down.
Come here, baby.
She's not a part of the business.
Yeah, she's a bat.
She's a
So
bag.
if we can show you at some point, we will.
What are the candy like? What's okay?
Oh,
So
speaking of bats, okay.
I love this. Let's go.
So
Cool.
speaking
I'm
of
coming back
bats,
to candy though. Just
Joel-
remember that. I'm coming back.
Jewel is a bat tonight. Okay,
Right.
she's not a dog. She's a bat. This is not the first bat we've had in the house. This must be a haunted house of
Ooh.
some sort.
That's a
So
good
I have a question.
point.
Sure.
So we were talking. What's her name? The ghost.
Meat
Grandma Meat Hook.
Grandma. Meat Hook.
I'll never
So
forget Meat Hook.
Maybe Grandma Meat Hook is a vampire since the bats go in that part of the attic.
Yo.
She might be.
She
I
might
mean,
be.
they live forever.
Bitch, I might be. I'm sorry.
Well, then we've gone through 2 Grandma Meat Hooks,
two Grandma Meat Hook.
and now she's living in the neighbor's.
But it's funny that you guys.
crawl space.
It's funny you bring up the bat though, because like no BS. I was staying and living in the attic because it's a fully furnished room. I wasn't dying or anything. Everybody wasn't kidnapped. But I was one of my exes at the time. I think we were in bed actually sleeping, or just on our phones or something. We were on our phones or something. Yeah, we were on our phones or something. And like no BS, bro. And you were there. You guys were both here for that because we came downstairs freaking out when she did. I was like, yo, it's whatever. A bat actually was in the attic in my room, flying around, like just blowing donuts in my room. And so, of course, she's freaking out.
Dude, this goes right along with the possum thing.
Dude, for real. Yeah, now we
There's a
we
lot.
have bats. Yeah, so she was freaking out. I ended up grabbing a box and just catching this bat. And I think I just bring it downstairs. I'm like, yo, what do you want me to do with this thing? I never was just like, I don't want to kill it. I was like, PETA. Dude, PETA needs to sponsor us. We're all about animals around here. So we didn't kill the bat, but we did. I took it outside and let it go. And I'll be honest, it's probably the same one that came back in like a year or two later. So
Yeah, we had another one that
yeah.
got downstairs.
Oh God, I'm
And we had a
dying.
poinsettias or roses or something sitting on the
The hell is a
on
poinsettia?
That's the
holiday
Christmas flower.
Christmas flowers.
Those ones with like big red leaves.
I don't
Yeah.
like Christmas all that much. So
So we
of course
had
y'all wouldn't know that.
we had the the flowers, they were in the living room, sitting on the mantle or whatever. And
Oh yeah. For sure.
we knew it was in the house somewhere, but we didn't know where. And somebody had
Yes, that's right. You're right.
Somebody had the suspicion that it was in the plant. Okay, so we like put a blanket or something over the plant and carried it outside. And sure enough, dude, there it was in the plant.
There it was.
Cute little thing, man. Bats are not very
I'll
big.
be honest. If you guys have ever watched Flower Jake, Flower me? What? I don't want no flowers. You buy me flowers? I'm down.
No, the poinsettia is a flower. That's what she's saying.
Oh, she's yelling at me. That's okay.
Yes.
That's fair enough. I don't know that stuff. I don't even know what the hell I was saying. I totally took my mind off track. What the hell was it? The bat? I don't know. Whatever about
Take
the
that
bat.
outside.
Oh, Joe, I've seen videos. Bats are actually really adorable.
Yeah, they are.
They're
I would
flying
own a bat
rats.
as a pet if I could.
Yeah.
Now, they can be, obviously,
They just freak out
They
whenever
could have rabies.
rabies. Yeah,
and
they
bite
can.
you.
But I feel like if
Like
you would take
Meredith.
care of it like any other animal, wash it, feed it, take care of it, I would
You're
own a
gonna
bat.
wash a bat?
I would absolutely wash a
How
bat
would you wash a bat?
with my little fingers, and I would just
same way we
rub
did those
little
kittens.
Oh my God,
soap
that's
on them. I love
forever.
bats.
That's a
They're
whole
adorable.
nother podcast topic.
Which one?
Topic.
I
The
am gonna
kittens
be.
under the porch.
I'm a duck. I'm a duck now.
How did I
Yo,
go through your
straight
head?
dog.
I do not understand.
I don't know. Because you still want to get the duck.
Yo, anytime. Okay, from now on, the rest of the podcast. Anytime somebody randomly guesses our costume for the night, we will quack
I'm down.
3 times.
All right.
I'm down. And you got to make geese sounds too. So you're in this
Because they
too.
make
So Sarah, unfortunately, I appreciate that. Thank you for showing up, by the way. I know I told you to show up kind of forcefully. But thank you, Mom. Obviously, you're my mom. You kind of have to. You're obligated. But everybody else that's in here, I don't know who's in here, but thank you guys too. Probably Brahman, I'll be honest. Brahman, you in here? I got a question for you. So let me know. Yeah, bats. Bats and opossums? I feel like so I wouldn't say it's a bat burial ground, like an Indian bat burial
Good
ground.
deal. Thanks for joining again.
Attaboy,
bro.
thanks, brother.
No spoilers.
I was gonna say, Brahman, I'll buy you a beer if you can guess what we are.
Oh, thank you. So kind.
He's just lying. You're the only adorable one. We're ducks. Ducks aren't cute, and actually geese are. Excuse my
They're
language.
freaking mean.
Excuse my. Yeah, I was gonna say they're assholes. Geese are assholes. Ducks, though, they're not that.
They can be.
Oh god, I don't know if I want to say this. So I'll say it. Ducks are really, really bad because like during mating, they're really just mean. They're kind of assholes too, if you think about it.
We're baby ducks. We're chicks.
Yeah, we're like nice ducks.
Chicks are chickens.
Chicks are chickens. Speaking of which, why? Here, check this out. I saw
Baby
this.
ducks are yellow.
What the hell did it go? Chicken food, like if you're eating a chicken, it's called chicken. But if you're eating a cow, it's called beef. What? You never seen that guy that makes those videos of like random shit that doesn't make sense and you're like, yo, that's crazy.
So I saw a video today.
Oh, hell yeah, I love it.
Someone dressed up their chickens as spiders. It was so funny. So it's a black chicken and a black spider.
You just see a bunch of chickens with spider costumes just running around.
Dude, I love the chickens that have the little arms on them.
Okay.
I think that's the funniest thing in the world. You see the chickens running around with those like muscle arms.
Yes,
Wrapped
yes,
around
yes.
their-
I'm so down. Is that all? Is that all we got though
Go on,
for y'all? You don't have really any good ghost stories?
I mean, not any that come like to my head.
I got the
like,
one from
directly.
down at the school.
Mine's a little
That's,
bit. Mine's a bit of a longer
The white
story.
lady,
So
right?
Oh, right. Yes, I have a story with that. The
let's get into
white
that
lady
because my
pond.
story's gonna take up a little bit of time. It's just a little bit more in detail. That's all.
All right, so we can tell you the gist of. So
Yeah, yeah.
locally here, there's it's in Fayetteville.
Fight,
Actually,
real.
It's
What?
part of Chambersburg.
Yeah.
What about the other story
What story?
that they made a video or the movie about? Documentary.
The Blair Witch.
Blair Witch. Yeah.
But yeah,
That was in
so-
PA.
Okay, so I'll do Pond Bank.
I don't know
You
shit
do
about
Blair
that though. I
Witch.
just know it was in PA somewhere.
We got 2 witches in Pennsylvania.
Oh, and fun fact, going right back to the Friday the 13th, I was born on a Friday the
Yo.
13th in January.
And her
And-
name is
Raven, which is
Dude, you're
the
like
witch's bird.
you're like straight spooky.
Literally, my grandma, she
Who
used
are
to-
Halloween.
Yeah,
Yeah.
who are you? You're like
My grandma
Oh,
always
you
would
scared
say on every Friday the 13th. That's basically my good luck day. Like Friday the 13th are my good luck day.
I
I've
think
only ever
Friday's
had one bad Friday the 13th in my life,
I've
and I
never.
am 25 years old.
I've never. I think Friday the 13th is
So-
amazing.
Yeah,
I think it's all
so
just a scam,
my grandma would always say,
like
if
that
there was
extended
a
car warranty shit. I'm sorry, I'm done.
so if there was a black cat that ran out in front of my grandma, my dad's mom, she would always say, like, you can't get me today. This is a good day only because I was born on a Friday the 13th. She would always say that. So
Sorry, I'm being
anyway,
a child.
so back to
Let me have fun. This is my holiday. You guys have Christmas. Let me have my holiday.
Almost 6.
okay.
You don't have to whisper.
Yeah, so
Oh, never mind. That's a good
Pond
point.
Bank is in Fayetteville, and you have white. It's called White Lady.
It
lives
is.
in Pond Bank.
The White Lady of Pond Bank.
So the pond.
Sorry, Brahma.
It did take him a
It
while.
did take. Well, I'll be honest. I think Brahma, he's got other stuff to do at the house, so he's got a family too. But he was right. Sorry, that was our thing. If you guessed it, we're gonna delete your comments so nobody else guesses it, and we're gonna quack. So quack, 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 quack.
Yeah, so the story is in Pond Bank that there's a ghost named White Lady. There's a lot of different stories going
Yeah, I figured,
around
Brahma.
about that. And basically, like, if you go in Pond Bank, the typical story, I don't even know if it's typical. My best friend lives in Pond Bank.
I think it is
and-
typical. I mean, for the area, I absolutely think that it's a well-known thing around this
Oh,
area.
yeah, it's absolutely well known, but I'm saying, like, the myth behind it.
Oh,
So-
yeah. You talking about like the whole you go to that pond.
Well, like, the story of why she's there. So,
The
like, her
baby?
baby was
yeah,
taken.
okay, yeah.
and,
That's a good. Yeah, keep going.
like, she died, and so she,
What?
I think, I can't fully remember. It's on.
Something about
Anyway.
the baby drowned in the lake, and
Yes.
she went to go save it, and eventually drowned as well, or something crazy
Yeah,
like
something
that.
like that, or like she killed herself.
Or-
Like
yeah,
it was
yeah,
in
yeah.
her all white gown and
Oh
stuff
yeah, maybe.
like that.
Oh yeah, maybe the baby drowned, and then she obviously was very super sad. 'Cause
Yeah.
no mother or family member wants to lose a child. So
Yeah, so something like that. Anyway,
yeah,
the story is if you go to Pond Bank,
and
you walk around the lake 3 times,
Yep.
you throw a baby doll into the lake,
which is already creepy. Who the hell
Yeah.
does that?
and you say,
But
white
yes.
lady, I
White-
have your baby. And
That's
she comes out.
And she really does. I remember doing that as a kid.
I walked around it one time. That's a big freaking pond. So
It is.
I'm
It is
like,
kind of a big pond.
yeah, it was.
I think I lied to my mom
Probably.
once and told her when I was doing something else, but I was going to Pond Bank to go try and conjure this white lady.
What was the other one in the mirror?
Oh, red
um,
rum, Bloody Mary.
Bloody Mary.
But it was
Yeah.
not. Why did I say red rum? Bloody Mary, Bloody Mary, Bloody Mary, and then that
Shut the lights off.
that married chick would show up.
Yo,
Man, she's a joke. She ain't got shit on
bro,
white
when
lady.
you're 10 years old, 8 years old, that's some scary stuff.
I think there's scarier shit now out than there was when you were kids.
I still get scared when I turn the lights off and come up the basement steps.
Be right back.
Yeah, absolutely. No, do you really? Are you one of the people like you
Run
flip
up.
them lights and you're out? Like
Gone.
you ain't get me, demon. Peace, bitch.
You ain't
No,
never
I
seen a
get
turtle
it.
run so fast.
Or a duck. I waddle so fast. I got them web feet though. No, I
Right.
get it. Yeah. I'm trying to think of something that's scary now. For kids, the Slenderman. I think it's all, but it's all super weird, super dark. Which I'm about dark shit, but like it turns to like real life shit that's like super sad and tragic. You know, there was a story about the Slenderman, and I don't know the whole names of the story behind it, but these kids like killed somebody in the woods, a child, their friend, because Slenderman told them to. Like, maybe that's just not the ghost story, but in how easily influenced kids are, though,
Oh,
to
yeah.
do something like that.
Probably
And it's
even
so
worse
sad
now.
and tragic that shit like that's gotta happen. So I'm sure with shit like that happen with us as kids too, though, like weird wood killings type shit. I don't know.
I remember.
It's sick to think about, to be honest.
Yeah.
It really is.
The Blair Witch one was pretty
The
scary.
Blair Witch one was.
I think the
scary.
first time I saw that, I was probably 16, I think, when I saw that.
Is that circus music? Hey, is the music too loud, by the way? We can turn it down. Yeah, I don't know what it is. I just
It's supposed to be Halloween.
Halloween.
Like
People
scary
hate
thing.
clowns, Mom. Come on. A lot of people hate clowns. I don't mind clowns, but I know a ton of people. Which It is an amazing movie.
Oh, aren't they on like number 3 now?
So I have no idea.
Speaking of,
Have watched a documentary on the Blair Witch,
Yeah.
or Or what story we're talking about? Bloody Mary, I think, or Blair Witch.
Blair Witch.
Probably the Blair Witch.
Yeah.
It's all real shit.
Stranger Things. Well,
Stranger Things?
you know, we talked about Utopia before.
Right, the show.
Yeah, I don't know if you watched it yet, but
No.
It reminded me a lot of Stranger Things.
Don't tell them that.
And Stranger Things
Love Stranger
has
Things.
a new season coming out.
Oh, yeah, they do. Of course they do.
Yeah.
Last one.
Dude, I can't wait.
I can't wait. I'm super excited. I think we got enough people here. I'm going to tell you guys. Here's my story. And this is real shit. Mom's here and she can clarify. She's probably with my dad. Or, never mind. My dad's not home right now. He's at work. Real shit, real story. As a kid, and I'm going to mess up dates. Ask my mom. I'm terrible with dates in general. So ask any of my exes as well. Slenderman. Yeah, Slenderman. That's the one I was thinking. Yeah, it was a whole documentary. It was a weird thing. We moved here. Not here, but to a different house. I moved here to PA a long time ago, and then to a new house in I think 2001 or so. I don't know if I ever told you these stories. So this is just the little backside of the story. 2001, I'm gonna say we moved to the house that where now my family was in, still in. Backstory to that though, the person that owned the house beforehand. To respect 2003, to respect everybody, and I'm gonna leave out names and locations and like that because this is a real story, and I'll leave out names and shit like that. The gentleman that owned the house before was, and I'm sorry if I get this wrong. I think clinically schizophrenic and a bunch of other mental issues.
That word is kind of scary.
Yeah, and this is real shit. So obviously it's sad. I think he was, on all kinds of medications and that, and I think he was doing okay. But if he were to get off his medication, that's when things would go awry. So it's a beautiful house, but before we moved in, there was a bunch of different weird things that were there that were like it's kind of weird to explain. So if you go to my parents' house and there's obviously a basement, and a part of the basement there's I don't know 5 by 5 perfectly squared out hole that goes into a deeper hole that's just there. It's weird, and there's stories behind it where that he would maybe be off his medication, and that's where he would go and hide and
do whatever
from all the voices or whatever. And obviously mental issues not something to joke about, and I'm not joking about that, but for him it was a real thing. This is every day. So obviously he did end up passing away, suicide in the house. I don't even want to tell you how because that's not relevant. It happened, okay? And I know the family, so I've talked to them and everything's okay with them. It was very sad. So love them guys in pieces. So
when you were a kid, you probably wanted to avoid that hole at all costs.
No, see, I've never been wanted to steer from that shit. I mean, it's ghosts and ghouls and goblins. That shit don't really scare me much. People scare me, but not that kind of stuff. But then it led into we moved in. I think we were there for a while. And the real main story that I have.
Got another costume.
Another costume? Oh, this is what I'm talking about. I'll continue the story. We do have another costume. I told you, I got tons of shit coming up, guys. You gonna jump in for a minute? This is Dylan's mom. What do we got here?
Oh, trick or treat. We didn't have to go.
You brought his candies? Hell
did.
yeah. That's what I'm talking about. See?
How did the girl?
That's what I'm talking about.
We told you we got witches in the state.
We got witches here, everybody.
Oh, Three Musketeers, my favorite.
Yeah, you can have that. Shit's gross.
M&M's, Kit Kats,
Yep,
Dots.
take that.
Dots. Who
Of
eats
course,
Dots?
Mama has to bring goodies.
Love it. I love it. Well, you're in time. I'm getting ready to tell my ghost story.
Ooh, okay.
This is real story. So as a kid, we lived there for a long time. Well, I lived there. We lived there for a long time. Nothing really out of the blue right away. Little things I think happened. We just thought it was a new house because it was new to us. But then it was more consistent, and it just sounded weird, like doors creaking or opening, and just weird stuff. Usually the garage. But then later it happened so much, and it was always the garage door that would either creak or open or crack. That we were like, okay, it's getting kind of weird. The main story though is you're going to my parents. I'm upstairs where I used to stay, and my parents' bedroom was like catty corner to this. It's probably midnight, 1. Honestly, probably 2 in the morning or 3, the witching hour.
3:33.
How old were you at this point?
I was still in high school, so
Okay.
16, 17. I think I was even younger
You
than
can probably
that.
handle it.
Yeah, no. But like it's weird. So I'm in bed, I wake up and it's super loud. And my room was above the kitchen. And the garage was attached to the kitchen. It was super loud. It just sounded like somebody was walking around, banging cupboards, opening the fridge. Like, what the, you know what I mean? Like,
Could have been a king.
I thought it was my dad. Like, I'm gonna throw him under the bus. My dad's never done that, but you never know. Maybe he just woke up and had the late night munchies.
Yeah. Do you know anybody that sleepwalks?
No, I don't. Yeah, no. I knew of one. I didn't really know him that well, but yeah,
Me either, but
that's weird
they can do
too.
some stuff like that.
Yeah. Anyways, it was super loud. Like, I'm not kidding. Like, I could hear it plain as day that there was footsteps. Someone was walking in the kitchen, and I'm like, dude, all right, Dad, get your snack, get your cereal, go to bed. But he's never done that, so I didn't really think about it at the time. It goes on for like, I don't know. It feels like 10 minutes, but it's probably only a couple minutes to be honest. And I'm like, all right, I'm going to go say something to him. I'm going to go out. I'm just going to yell like, hey, yo, go to bed, Dad. I go to walk out of my bedroom door. Again, catty corner to my parents. And my dad walks out of his bedroom door. And we kind of just stand there and
So
look.
he heard it too.
Yes. And he just stand there and he stood there and looked at me and I stood there and looked at him. And we kind of had like an uneasy feeling, I think, at the time. Because like I asked Raven, you don't just think ghosts and ghouls and scary shit. You're like, this could be like an intruder.
Somebody, yeah.
But then we stood there for a second and like everything was just kind of quiet. And so we're like, all right, we're men, right? We're men. I'm a real man. And I'm 16. And so we go downstairs and literally there's nothing. Cupboards are closed. The fridge is closed. The garage is closed. There's no footsteps to be heard. And that was just it.
It's probably more scary that there was nobody there.
It was
now,
more scary that nobody was there.
Did it ever happen again?
That initial story, no. Never heard that again. But we continue throughout the years, yes, absolutely. Footsteps were always a thing. And my dad's on here. You don't think I would do that to you? I really did. I thought my dad was just down there goofing off. By the way, welcome, Dad. I love you.
Any what?
Like
What are we talking?
experiences?
Oh,
Because you've never told me about any.
no, I don't think so. I think the worst thing was always just running up.
I don't think I ever told them
in the
about
basement.
that. Obviously, my dad knows it, my mom knows it because we had that experience together. But, well, actually, all the experiences we had together.
I mean, I hear it all. Dude, it took me a while to figure out what it was, but we've got Christmas lights up, and we leave them up year round.
Yeah, because you guys are Christmas nerds, and I hate it.
And they hang down right. Our rooms are beside each other, and they hang outside.
Right.
And they tap the side of the house.
Oh.
The glass lights tap the side of the house when it's a little windy.
Busted.
And we're like, what's that noise? For like, I don't know, probably a month. I was trying to figure out what it was.
Right.
Didn't scare me, but I was just like, what is that?
Yeah.
Turns out it's Christmas lights.
It happens. I'm serious. At my house, at my parents' house, it definitely stopped. But there was a ton. There was a couple more instances, just footsteps and shit. But the other one, I was actually with David, and we were with 2 other friends, and we're just hanging out, chilling, nothing crazy. I think me and David go upstairs to go get something to drink, like water, Gatorade, whatever. And jokingly, I think I had a bouncy ball, and I threw it at them. They threw it back at us, and then we just walked upstairs. Well, as we're upstairs, they said the bouncy ball got thrown back, and we were like, no, like you heard, like my parents' stairs. Sneaking out, by the way, was a pain. The stairs are so loud. Couldn't sneak out. I mean, I think I tried. I don't know. Whatever. But you couldn't sneak up the stairs. It was so loud. So instead,
Like here.
I just told him, I was like, yo, you heard us go upstairs. He's like, you didn't throw it as you're going up? Like, no. And then the other one, tell everyone about the spooky shot.
In the basement.
What spooky shot?
Spooky shit.
Spooky shit happened in the basement? Yeah, that's one of the stories. Shit, shot. My dad must be busy. He is busy. He's at work. So, yeah, that one. The bouncy ball is one, and then what was the other one I was thinking of? Oh, I was also dating somebody else. So, she was still in bed. I used to get up for work at like 5. It was still dark out, so then I'd go to work. Sometimes I'd be able to come home early. I'd be home by like 6:15. Still dark out, right? Well, I'd get up and go to work, and I'd leave. And she texted me, and she said, "Hey, did you come home for a minute?" I was like, "Nope, still at work, hating my life because I love it here. You know, whatever. Everybody hates their jobs. Just kidding. Maybe you don't." But then I was like, "What are you talking about?" She's like, "No way." And apparently she like stood up and turned all the lights on. She felt somebody sit at the edge of the bed. And she thought it was me because I'd come home, I'd sit at the edge of the bed, I'd take my shoes off, and I'd probably just get ready to go back to bed or lay down and watch some TV or whatever. And she's like, "No, somebody was on the bed, at least sat on the edge of the bed, and I thought it was you." And she's like, "I kicked you thinking it was you to like shut up because I don't know if she heard any noise, but shut up like you're being loud because I'm moving around." And it apparently was not me because I was still at work. But somebody sat at the edge of that bed.
Sometimes I feel like our bed shakes a little bit, kind of like just, like almost like somebody's breathing.
Right.
I'm like, "Is that you?" And she says, "No."
Wow.
So I'm like,
I thought you were saying that to me. Like, why would I be at the edge of your bed breathing?
could be. I don't know.
That's
Could be
some,
under the bed.
that's,
Somebody's
some,
under the bed.
that's some really scary shit for sure.
But no, like, you know what I mean? Like, somebody feels like they're breathing heavy, and the bed's like just kind of not pulsing, but
Did either of you ever experience where you're like paralyzed in bed and it's like somebody was
Sleep
pulling you down?
paralysis?
Yeah.
No,
No.
I've never had sleep
Never
paralysis,
had that.
but I think that'd be the most terrifying
Be like
thing
a
in the
nightmare
time.
to me.
Horrible.
It's like worse. Like night terrors are pretty bad. Obviously, I've never had one either, but I've watched documentaries on this shit. Night terrors are bad, but sleep paralysis, I think, is the absolute worst. You can't move. You just lay there, and whatever happens is
awful.
Oh,
happening.
that would be a.
That's like a
nightmare to
real
me.
life spooky type shit.
What about nightmares?
I have nightmares all the
Tons
time.
of nightmares.
Scared.
I've had a
Really?
couple of the same ones.
Well, here,
over.
fill in for me. I have nightmares,
I'll
but
share my
like,
chair with you.
I don't know if I'm not really a big dreamer.
Over.
I don't know if I really remember all my dreams, but Raven says you have tell them. I don't really have nightmares like that.
My family believes in nightmares, or believes in dreams. Here, we'll just do that.
You're tall enough.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So my family is really big into dreams, and so like Bill and I've had a reoccurring dream ever since I was a kid and stuff. But
Dylan died.
no, I didn't know Dylan when I was a kid.
I'm just saying, that'd be a-
What?
I've had dreams Dylan cheated on me. But
Oh,
Okay.
Let's not go there tonight.
yeah. No, I tell him every time I wake up. I'm like, "Yo, you cheated on me again." Crap. No, I can't remember it. Oh, my sister used to scare the living crap out of me whenever I was a kid with the boogeyman. Oh my god, my
Boogeyman.
grandparents and like my
Boogeyman lived in a
parents.
closet in the basement.
Yeah,
under your bed.
we would have to sleep in the same room when I was a kid, and then at my grandparents' house we had to share a bed. Living hell. So she'd be like, "The boogeyman's gonna come get you tonight. Boogeyman's gonna come get you tonight." So I'd be so freaking scared. My grandparents come in and yell at her, and it was funny. But I would always have this dream of the boogeyman coming in, and I would hide downstairs in the laundry room, and he would like go get my family, and then I'd come out and I'd start running up the road, and then he'd show up there on the turn, like right by my parents' house, right up there, and like the turn goes up and it's a hill, and then it goes down and goes up to another hill. So I would start running up to that turn, and he would be right there. He'd start walking out of the woods, just like, he'd be like, the best way I can explain it is like a wax figure melting.
Oh, that was a scary movie.
Yeah. So, yeah, and I had that nightmare for years.
You must have watched The House of Wax before
Yes.
that.
No, I didn't see The House of Wax until I was a teenager. So, yeah, that was my like reoccurring nightmare. But I've had several nightmares. But
Yeah, I can't say I've had a few reoccurring nightmares, but I wouldn't say any of them are particularly scary. They're more like the one that sticks out to me is being out in the like mountains, like almost like in Everest, in the snowy mountains of the Himalayas, and I'm just plopped out there fighting other people like ninjas and like authentic ninjas from Japan back in the day. It's weird.
When you were talking about sleepwalking, your sister used to.
Oh yeah,
sleepwalk.
I remember that.
That was probably a good year or so. She would get up in the middle of the night and not remember.
I don't think I
She
ever
was awake.
witnessed it, but
Mhm.
I've definitely heard about it being.
My brother and sister used to sleepwalk too.
Sleepwalking?
Yeah. Pretty sure my sister would.
Your Uncle Jerry used to sleepwalk.
Sleepwalking's scary. I
He
feel
had
like.
trouble breathing, and we would find him in the kitchen at the refrigerator or at the basement door because the air would.
It's
in
always the
basement door.
refrigerator, isn't
Well,
it?
the refrigerator blows air out from underneath it.
Because the story I was telling Dylan, I do know some. I don't know him very well, but I was
Mhm.
staying at my buddy's house, and his stepbrother did that, and that's where they found it. Was
Mhm.
at the refrigerator,
Yep.
which I thought was kind of weird, but I guess it makes
Yeah,
sense
the
now
air
you say that.
is blowing out, so
Yeah, for sure.
they're just trying to get. I mean, not that it's oxygen, but it's air coming out, so it's just they're getting it to try to help.
Man, you really went all out. Spooky vibes. I love it. Spooky vibes. We got spooky vibes, but we got cool, funny vibes. I'm just saying. I'm not saying our costumes are better, but they're better.
They're much more creative.
I'm just teasing. What else we got to talk about? What the spooky shit? I love Halloween. It's like the one time of the year that you can just express.
You love Halloween.
I love Halloween, but I love Halloween not just this time of year. It's all year round. I love spooky movies. I love B-rated movies that are terrible, but I love them. And you guys have Christmas. So you guys have
love
Christmas. I'll
Yeah.
take it.
Not-
It's
never
All
said
Hallows
Christmas.
Eve.
See, because Halloween.
I don't want to
like,
say it, but this is technically Devil's Night.
It's only got like a week though, maybe a long weekend
What do you mean?
where people actually like
Celebrate.
participate,
Oh.
celebrate and stuff.
Yeah, that's fair too.
Christmas, dude, you got like
Months.
2 months.
It's not. No, you can't.
Starting
You
Sunday.
guys,
Die-hard Christmas people are 2 months.
how are you canceling out Turkey Day?
Well, we don't.
Yeah.
We just
Whatever.
turn the lights on for Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
We have turkey by the Christmas tree.
Heck yeah.
Why can't we have turkey at Halloween?
We could.
Mom,
I mean,
Dad,
we
you're
were
still in
just
here.
talking
We're
about
doing
it.
turkey next Halloween. Just saying.
So
I'll buy
your
it.
favorite Halloween or your favorite holiday is Halloween.
It is.
Holiday, Halloween.
It's a
Ours
lot.
is Christmas.
Yeah.
What's everybody else?
Yeah. That's a good
Favorite
point.
holiday?
Everybody in here. What is
You got.
what is your favorite
Let's start from the
holiday?
beginning. You got
New Year's.
New Year's,
Mm-hmm.
Valentine's
Easter.
Day,
Yeah.
then Easter.
Oh, St.
Ew.
Patrick's Day's
St.
in between
Patrick's
there.
Day
Yo,
is a good
St.
one.
Patty's. Love St. Patty's for sure.
May. What's in May?
Memorial Day. I mean,
Memorial
that's not really
Day. That's a holiday,
You
according
get
to
a long
holiday.
weekend.
Yeah.
I'll take that one.
people.
I like Memorial Day. Oh my, of course,
Then
Sarah.
you go into you got Mother's Day, Father's Day.
Mm-hmm.
I think I'm
4th
allowed
of
to say
July.
that.
Then Labor
She said
Day.
420 for sure. That she's a
Roman, your
toker.
favorite holiday is Columbus Day.
I got what's Sarah's is easy because she likes to smoke, and that's cool. Nothing wrong with that. You're of age. But Brummett, dude. Really? Columbus Day. There's gotta be no. He's methodical, so
Without
there's definitely a
Columbus, we
reason
wouldn't have
why
the
he
US,
likes that
you
day.
know?
He's methodical. Everything for him makes sense.
Is it? Never mind.
What?
Just not even gonna start.
You might as well.
Well,
No.
can we get back to spooky because you know tomorrow's a full moon. The
Halloween and
second-
Christmas. Okay.
Ooh.
It's Halloween and the second full moon of October.
I know. It makes me worried because, and I said this earlier, ghosts and ghouls and goblins and shit don't really scare me. Fucking people scare me.
Mhm.
Who here
Going
believes-
into an election.
Yeah, some shit's gonna happen tomorrow night, and I'm locking the. Don't come to my house, everybody. I'm locking the damn doors. Not allowed in.
Speaking of ghosts, we mentioned this before. We live near Gettysburg.
Mhm.
Battle of
I love
Gettysburg.
Gettysburg.
There's
I had an experience in Gettysburg.
tons of ghosts. A lot of people have these. Yeah.
Bailey and I did. We were meeting a friend over there for lunch one day.
I'm pretty sure he's being sarcastic. I'm part Native American too, so we're real big fans of that day.
2%.
No, I got more than 2% in me for sure. Mom, I don't know. You're in here, right? Tell me how much Native American. It's somewhere
We're
in there.
Native American.
Yeah.
Same,
Couldn't
bro.
tell
Yeah,
you
but
how
he's
much,
like the
but-
Native American that claims it on taxes and goes and buys a fucking casino. I at least have the color and the hair.
His dad has
Can I
a
get-
color.
Yeah, that gets pretty dark.
No,
He gets pretty dark.
he
Why do you
gets
think I get
tan.
dark
He
in
is
summer?
dark.
I
I'm the
don't
asshole.
burn.
I mean, okay, fair enough. fair
My
enough.
mom's side does because she's German. My dad's side is the Native American side. Hence why I have the archer on my arm.
We're all
in
just a
Native
bunch
American.
of mutts.
We really
Yeah,
are.
we really are. Let's be honest.
That's a good point. We really
We
are.
have bad
Right now, we're a bunch
genetics.
of ducks and geeses and witches. That's all that really matters in my book.
That's the true mix.
It's a hell of a mix. I love it. Oh man.
Anywho, so this story in Gettysburg.
Oh yeah.
Yes. So my story in Gettysburg. Bailey and I had gone over. We were going to meet Teresa for lunch one day, and the restaurant wasn't open, so we decided to walk up towards the square from the Dobbin House.
Love Dobbin House.
That's the one in the basement, right?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
The tavern.
Right.
They actually have it outside now. Just there recently,
Mm-hmm.
a couple weeks ago, and it's all outside now too, which is nice.
Are you
I was
going to
gonna-
tell my story? That's the third time you've interrupted me.
It's just
You'll
what I
get
do.
used to it.
Yeah, it's what
Oh
I
my
do.
goodness.
We
So
can't stay on top.
we're walking up the street, and Bailey and I had been on a couple ghost tours prior to that. So
Okay.
you know, we knew about ghosts. So we're walking up the street, and all of a sudden, we just did a dead stop and looked at each other, because at the exact same time, we both smelled vanilla.
See, that's how you know it's real.
But
That's how you know it's real.
okay, so and I know in
So-
Gettysburg, most of the houses in Gettysburg are along the street.
Yes. Yeah.
Where we were walking, the house was way back off the road, off the street, off the sidewalk.
So you're in your mind, you're thinking that can't be
Right.
from a house or a restaurant.
correct,
Like,
correct. And the reason they say vanilla is the soldiers back during Civil War would put vanilla in their pipe tobacco when they smoked it.
I mean, I would.
Yeah, so these aren't like ghosts with the sheet over their head. You know what I mean? These are like
Ghost
ghosts of
soldiers.
real people.
Goes with the sheets. Yeah, no,
Like
no,
you
no.
would see, like if there's, you can look up. I'm pretty sure they're on YouTube. The videos that people have
Yes.
taken
Uh,
of ghosts walking through Gettysburg, completely
Mhm.
dressed in their soldier
Yeah.
uniforms, and then just vanishing.
yeah, you can't make that shit up.
And there
There's
is
just no
the
way.
Ghost Adventures people.
Yeah.
They did it in Gettysburg,
they did.
in one of the like most haunted places in Gettysburg or something. Yeah.
Yeah, I know a lot of the ghost hunters have been through a lot of the places in Gettysburg.
Gettysburg's crazy
Now,
for
my
that stuff.
boyfriend has a story. He lived up in South Mountain area.
Yeah,
Now you
Up
have the
Mountain.
White Lady Pond Bank over there.
we talked about that.
Okay.
Yeah, we did talk about her.
He had an experience. He lived in a trailer on farm property, and there was a fence line. And he was out in the yard one day and saw a woman walking up the fence line to him. I mean, close as you and I. And then she just took off into the field.
And that was it.
That was it. He walked into the house and sat down, and his girlfriend at the time walked up, and she's like, what are you doing? Because he's just sitting on a couch, and she's like, you look like you just saw a ghost. And he's like, well,
I kind of think
actually,
I think I did.
I just did, because she was gone. She
I
was
really, yeah.
vanished. And I'm wondering, because it was in that area, if it was the woman in white from Paw Bank.
Maybe.
I don't know. See, I believe in weird, like the lady of Palm Bank. I don't know how to explain it, but I feel like if you were to die or commit suicide in that area, you're kind of locked in that area. So traveling outside of it's not a real thing. But maybe, you know what I mean?
But
Like,
it's still in that
I'm not
South
saying
Mountain-ish
purgatory,
area,
Right.
one Alto.
Yeah.
Pond
but I
Bank.
meant like
Very.
she's locked into the pond. Like she can't
Oh
go
no,
to the road.
they've seen her in
Mhm.
Pond Bank. Like the
Mhm.
ponds over here, you have the town of Pond
Oh,
Bank. Like she's been
Mhm.
seen.
okay. No.
And, yeah,
totally,
there's-
totally agree.
I mean, there's probably a general vicinity of like where they can stay, but really, like, there's the story of like Annabelle and stuff like that, and the ghost goes with that location,
Mhm.
like with
Right.
that thing that it possesses.
Right.
But I mean, they can escape the things that they possess as well.
And not only, I mean, they
Yeah.
don't necessarily, their spirits don't necessarily where they pass.
it's where
It's
they
where they're
feel
drawn to. So, I mean,
Okay.
they could have passed to
I
the
must have
hospital,
watched
but
way
still be
too
drawn
much
to
Supernatural.
a
Like their home.
or,
Yeah,
or
no,
like
I-
a physical object.
Yeah,
I know I can get behind that too.
it's where they feel least unsettled. That's why they're stuck in here, because they have unfinished business, basically, to put it short and
Mhm.
sweet. So where they have unfinished business is where they're going to go and where they're going to try and finish their business.
No, for sure.
What's their business?
Well, you don't know.
You don't
anything.
know,
It might
yeah.
have been, there might have been that one family member that they didn't get to say goodbye to.
Revenge.
Or,
Or
an
that.
experience.
White lady.
I went dark with
Yeah.
it. That's probably like a better way to say it.
And I work in senior living. And
Right.
I do sales and marketing. I have
So
the
does that like?
apartments.
So do you have weird shit that happens a lot, or
I've not experienced anything, but my residents have. I worked in one community.
Right. Okay.
That's actually on an old Indian burial ground.
Oh, God.
There was
I've
a
heard about
cemetery
that.
in the back of the
Spooky.
property. Residents there on multiple occasions have seen children. They've
Children.
seen
See,
a
that's
woman in
weird.
white and a
Oh, the
man
burial
in
ground.
black.
Yeah.
Now, I personally feel my apartments have spirits, auras of people who have passed in the apartments.
Do you guys sage them?
And they're all set up basically the same, generic with the same furniture.
Well, I mean, like, me being me, I'd probably sage them.
Yeah.
Burn my sage and get
Well,
rid of the
I
negative
I
energies
have
that are
saged,
in
and
there.
I've saged my boyfriend's house, and I've saged mine on a few occasions.
Yeah, ghosts are. I totally agree. Ghosts are real. A lot of
Quite
people don't think
often.
ghosts are real.
I think so.
I think they are 100%.
And I don't,
believe
not
in
when you think of
ghosts.
ghosts, but I think
I've never
it's
seen
spirits, the spirits and the
Yeah,
auras of people.
absolutely. And I do think there is kind of a difference between a negative entity and a good entity. Because there are, let's be real, negative
Oh,
entities out
yeah.
there that when they die, it's either brutal or something crazy. And their only goal is because they haven't passed on is to be negative to the real world, which I agree with. My mom brought up Dia de los Muertos. I hope they say that right. Dia de los Muertos. Yeah, it is. November 3rd in Mexico. So I am Hispanic. You guys obviously know that. So you guys tuned in. Yes, it's in me. I don't really know too much about it. My mom knows a lot more about it than I do. But yeah, basically what it is they just celebrate their deceased ones and deceased family members. So it's more of a celebration, not less a mourning. It's just a celebration of the ones that have passed. Which I agree.
Was that the movie Coco?
Yes.
Coco,
it's
yeah.
about Dias de los Muertos.
Dia de los Muertos. Yeah.
Yeah. That's
So-
what it's about.
Celebrating the ones that have passed. Mom, real quick, type in real quick. I can't even say the damn word. La Llorona, the lady in white. So we have our own lady in white. In Mexican culture, there's another one, and I guess it translates in Mexican or English. It's the screaming lady. I don't know. It's one of the yelling lady, screaming lady, and it was a thing my mom told me about when that movie came out. She was telling me that her mom, my grandmother, who had recently passed, would tell them that story, and it was basically just same thing parents do to get your kids to act right. You tell them ghost stories. You better get inside.
Grandma Mihook's gonna get you. You don't go to bed early.
That's what I'm saying. You better get inside, or La Llorona's gonna get you, right? But that was a story then too. That this lady who
La
lost
Llorona.
La
La
Llorona.
Llorona.
Yeah, Brahman knows it too because he's Hispanic as well. That she would get you, and because she had lost her children and this, that, and the third. Drowned. Oh, yeah, that's right. She did. She drowned her kids, and then
Wow.
she went like nutty.
So what's the white side of it? Like, what's the lady in white? Is there a reason why they say white?
He said, Brahma said he always thought his mom was gonna drown. I'm not laughing at that. That's terrible. I'm sorry. What did you say?
Girl,
No, like why they call them ladies in white?
because they appear in white.
Well, that, but yeah,
It's
that's probably what it
just
is.
because
What's the
Wow.
significance of
Spirit.
If
white?
you think about it, so we were talking about how,
sheep?
like,
Ghost sheep.
what if they're Catholic?
And that's what it is.
You're
She would cry for her
baptized
drowned.
in all
She drowned her
white,
children,
right?
and she would cry, and you'd hear her cry. That's what it was.
So you're like Catholic individuals, they're baptized in white. That is whenever
Yeah.
you are like giving your soul to the Lord or something like
Right.
that. Right. So maybe it's like that, or I mean, they could be buried in white for purity, like a cleansed soul to go cleanly to the Lord or something like that. I mean, it depends, but I personally reference the white as in like a baptism or
Yeah,
like to give a cleanly like
Yeah.
transfer. because that's-
I'll be honest. I don't really know much about it. I just know the story a little bit. No, yeah, Mom, Brahma, you're right. She did drown her kids, and I think she would just cry because she drowned her kids, her own kids. But as far as the whole Catholic side of things, yeah, that's a Hispanic thing, being Catholic.
Mhm.
So
Yeah, we were
that's
talking about
it's definitely a story.
Italian too.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Italians are very, very big into like Catholic, and
Traditional,
possessions. They're the ones that do the exorcisms and stuff like that, which scare the living shit out of me. Like, absolutely scare me. I cannot.
Right, you're the one that can't watch
No, I
the
cannot
exorcisms
watch it.
of anything, like Emily Rose or anything.
Like,
That's
I
right,
will
that's
watch
you.
them, but I will literally like cover my eyes. I cannot see it. It scares me just because like I believe in ghosts and I believe in possession. And
Yeah.
like it scares me to death.
Totally.
I can't do it. I will force
forgot
myself
that
to do
was
it, but I
her.
can't do it.
No, I don't blame you at all. It don't bother me any. I mean, you could watch somebody get their legs sawed off, but as
Oh
soon,
yeah, that'd be fine.
as soon as it comes to somebody getting possessed, you're like, no, peace.
No, it's so scary.
I'm
because
out.
it could happen.
I think
It really could.
I'm more scared of like the real world possibilities of
Yeah.
like
Purity of
Saw
innocence of children. Okay.
versus like ghostly
Mhm.
situations.
I mean, technically, it could. Have you watched the like possession movies?
Yeah, I've watched all of them.
That's a real thing.
I agree.
So,
I
like,
think it's
that's
real.
That's
Yeah,
a real
but-
like you're in here
but
in life.
I'm not as scared of that. Like
Well,
th-
I'm gonna tell
you have much more possibility of some crazy person
Right.
coming and grabbing you and taking you and throwing you in like a Saw situation.
So
Yeah, no,
That's
I
scary.
agree. No, that's what I'm saying. People are more scary than demons. I say ghost ghouls and whatever. But,
Maybe from now on we'll just not dress up and just
oh yeah, mom asked
Yeah.
about.
people.
Mom asked
I'm a
about.
person for Halloween.
That's a good point. She asked about Cashtown. Cashtown is apparently super spooky. There's a Cashtown Inn, right?
Mhm.
And it's
Yes.
apparently there's. I think mom or actually my sister Amelia. They have a special room that if you go and you stay in this one room all night, that they'll comp it for you. But apparently nobody does because like something always happens.
Yeah, and over in that area, I mean, there were so many places that were hospitals
that.
during the Civil War.
Right.
So there were so many, servicemen that had amputations and passed. And,
Right.
just piles. There's stories of just piles of limbs and bodies. They had no place to put them.
in a
But there
5x5
is over in
square
that
could
area.
do a
I
hole
know
under
there's
the
a
house.
hotel that does have a spring underneath. Now, another thing about the Pennsylvania area, we have a lot of limestone and a lot of water.
Oh,
Those
okay. Yeah.
are some of the things that pull in a lot of paranormal activity.
Energy.
And a fun fact,
But I love fun facts. I love fun facts. I just kicked that.
almost every scary movie is either takes place or referenced someplace in Pennsylvania.
I feel like Stranger Things is in Pennsylvania.
I feel like it is too, though.
Pay attention, folks, when you're watching those scary movies. Almost everyone is
I didn't
either
know that.
someplace in Pennsylvania
I
or
believe it.
references someplace.
I believe it. PA is a weird state.
So
We have Gettysburg and all that other stuff.
there was
around.
also the battle in Fort McCord,
There-
which is right
history
at my
buff.
parents' house.
Tell us.
I hate history, but no, it's just because it's right at my parents' house. So we would
Fair
ride our
enough.
bikes. We would do a 5-mile bike ride like every day whenever I was a kid during summer. And there was this old stone house, which is the one, the property we were going to buy from Aunt
Yeah,
Kitty
yeah,
and
yeah.
them. Yeah. So there's old stone house on the side there. That's an Indian like burial ground. There is a sign up that
I don't
says
do
about
that.
it. That's
Off
Levi's
the
house.
list.
I don't do that shit.
Yeah, and so
Indian burial grounds are just weird.
That's
to me.
another thing, though, that's very common in our area.
yeah, because this is one of the places where Indians have lived.
Mhm.
We have found
Because Columbus.
at Levi's
That's where you
house.
from it.
We used to dig we would dig post holes to put up the posts for the
Did you get
horses.
permits for them?
And shut up.
I ain't gonna lie to you. I feel like
Um,
somebody just touched me in the back.
It was.
I ain't gonna
Jules'
lie.
wing.
Like, no bullshit. I could have sworn somebody just touched me in the
It was
back.
Jules' wing. Don't worry.
Oh, well, okay.
It
Then.
was just the bat. It was
Your
just the bat.
phone's ringing.
Oh, God.
Um,
Oh, my God.
Yeah,
no
so
time.
that stone house is haunted. Levi rode his bike one time to go out to a friend's house, lived up the road and stuff. And whenever he was riding, he rode
Sorry,
past
everybody.
his house, and there was a soldier up in the window staring at him. And then he turned around and rode back home. But when he turned around, so he made a loop,
Yeah.
it was gone. Just
Gone.
completely gone.
Oh.
And no one lived in the house at that time.
Huh.
And so if you go to that house, right across the road is the post of the telling the story about Fort McCord,
Right.
and then there's a list of the American soldiers that died. And so it was a fight between the American soldiers and the Indians. And so, like I was saying at Levi's house, we were digging the post holes and stuff at one point, and we found different bottles, and we found little like toys of like little wood toys that you would play with and stuff.
Yep.
And
Nope.
there was like little Indian guys
I ain't touching
down
that.
in there.
I ain't
And
touching
we're
that.
talking like it was pretty far down, but we found them, and
I ain't touching
that was
that
pretty
shit.
cool.
It's like the old jail for
Yeah.
Yeah, but I feel like the old jail's a joke. I ain't gonna lie to
It
you.
is.
I
They-
feel like the old
They
jail
set it
here
up like
is
a haunted
joke.
house, but
But have you ever been in to tour it other
Yeah.
than?
Yeah.
No,
I
no.
So
toured it.
I
I
had,
the
toured
haunted
it as
house,
a
but-
kid.
and it had the Underground Railroad, right? It
Yeah,
had the
something
Underground
like-
Railroad
yeah,
go
something
Which
through
is
like
it.
another
So
thing that's very common in our area.
Right.
This area is part of the
It is.
Underground
It
Railroad.
is true.
Yep.
Which is not. You know,
because
what's
we're not far from the Mason-Dixon line.
We're not
No.
very far from that at all.
It's-
No.
20 minutes.
So what is it? I would Google it. Somebody Google it. Brummett, you're on your phone. I know you are. What is the spookiest town, city,
Salem.
state?
Well,
Salem, Massachusetts.
I think it's.
Probably.
I feel like it is, but there's got to be one other one, like PA. Honestly, we have all this. We all talk about it.
Gettysburg is among the top.
McCord,
Yeah,
Gettysburg.
Enoch Brown Park, which is in Greencastle.
What the hell is that?
Enoch Brown. So
Who
he
is
was-
that?
He was a teacher, and it's actually very near Mama's house. I mean, it's 5 minutes from Mama's house. Enoch Brown was a teacher, and he had his class there, and Indians came and massacred the school.
Oh, jeepers, creepers.
Yes,
Woo.
that is a very, very
Hey, Brum, can you look
spooky
up the
area.
spookiest town, city, or state in the country?
Salem is probably.
Probably,
number
it is
one.
probably Salem, Massachusetts. Massachusetts.
Yeah,
I
they
just-
believe.
Do you
Stuttered
want
that one.
spookiest?
I stuttered that one.
Spookiest or most haunted?
Can you do
It could
spook?
probably be
Brum, can you do
both.
spooky and most haunted?
Please.
I love you.
Yeah, because like they had the
I want you to-
Salem witch trials there,
Mhm.
and like they believe in all of this stuff.
Yeah, for sure.
I mean, I don't blame them, but
How do you not
like they
believe in that
have
stuff?
the biggest part of Salem is the Salem witch trial. So,
Right.
and
I wanna
I
go
think
to Salem
they
so
went
bad.
the longest in the United States
They're a
to
very
hunt
old
witches.
country,
I
or
mean,
an old city. too.
They were
Right.
burning women at the stake at like 1863.
Yeah, if you were
Like-
believed to be a witch in any sort.
She did 2 + 2, and they're like, witch burner. Like, only a man can know what that is.
Let me
Wouldn't that
answer your
suck?
question.
Yeah.
You're a witch.
Like, if you're not even practicing witchcraft,
Yeah.
but
Wiccans,
people
Wiccans.
just didn't like
Right.
you, so they
Yeah,
just
exactly.
wanted to-
Well, and people that had diseases and illnesses.
that
You
were-
know,
yeah.
You become a doctor in some sort.
Yes.
Is that how witch doctor became a thing?
No, so
No,
witch doctor was
That's
a
the
Oh,
thing with
no.
this.
yes.
Yeah.
They were called plague doctors. Not witch doctors, they were plague
Well,
doctors.
I
I
was
don't know really the
Now,
whole.
is that something that would be South America based?
No,
I
I think it was
thought it
UK.
was,
I think
because-
it was in the English. It was over in England.
I thought the witch doctor was something different. So like the Indians would go to their witch
Oh,
doctor, and you would have
yes.
a natural.
Okay, yeah, I know
Like-
I know what you're saying now.
Yeah, you would have natural remedies to things,
Yes.
which is why it was called a witch doctor, because it
Right.
was never discovered. A plague
Yes,
doctor
yes,
is
yes, yes,
different
yes, yes,
because
yes.
they would go and administer during the plague, and
Yes.
that's why it's related to death, because
Yeah.
they had their mask, and so since it was related to death, like
Yeah, witch doctor.
because they were
Yeah.
only going to treat the plague, which was
I wear a
deathly.
mask now.
Yeah, we all
We're the
we
plague
all
doctor.
wear masks
We
now.
should have just worn masks for Halloween.
He said I'll do homework when I'm on the show. That's fair enough. I gotta bring you down.
Okay, then do that research so when you're on the show.
I'm
you can talk-
multitasking. You're on your own. No, that's fair. I know he's got a lot going on. He's got a whole family.
Well,
So
if anyone else wants to look it up for us,
Or chime
please
in.
feel
What
free.
do you think is the?
yeah, what do you guys
Right.
think is? Brom's the only one. Sarah's on the way to Gettysburg. I know that per usual. Who else is in here? I don't know. My dad. My
Parents.
dad's probably away. He's got other things to take care of right now. He's at work.
Yeah, I mean, let us
Dude,
know.
I could talk spooky shit all night though. Like no bullshit.
Even if
Oh,
you're
yeah.
not watching live.
This podcast
comment.
might go a little bit longer because I love talking
It's
spooky
already
shit.
going longer. Yeah, so even if you're not watching live, comment below so we can see what you think is the like spookiest town, like any ghost stories you've had. Tell us what you're gonna be for Halloween. Send us pictures, whatever. Like, let us know.
We all need to go on a ghost tour in Gettysburg. I've
Down.
been on, like,
Say
4,
less.
but we
So
need-
down.
Yes.
Mines. You know what else is spooky? Mines.
Mines,
Yeah, and
yeah.
that's a big thing in West Virginia.
I don't know if
which
I'd
is
go into a
close.
mine.
Mines are
We
scary.
have a lot of caverns in this area too.
I go into.
No,
a
I'm
cavern,
talking
but not
like
a
in
mine.
the Midwest and
On a gold mine or
like during the
something.
gold rush,
Well,
obviously.
we've got coal mines here.
Yeah.
Mhm.
and then
That's
people,
wild.
coal mines crash, and unfortunately,
And
people get
Speaking of
West Virginia is one
No.
of the most known places for the coal
but
mines.
What's the town in Pennsylvania?
Oh, Centralia.
Centralia,
Centralia.
Pennsylvania.
Holy shit! I was trying to think about it the other day. Centralia is a weird one.
That again,
Which
there's
is
a movie made about which is
Silent Hill. Yes, it
based
is.
in
Silent Hill was
Pennsylvania.
based off of
Uh-huh.
that.
Look at that.
The town is burning underneath.
Yes.
And there's one lady. I watched the documentary.
Is there still
one
somebody?
lady? She's like some old lady, and she's probably just old, stubborn, hard headed. She's like, "Fuck that! I ain't leaving." Like,
She's like, I own my house.
yeah, I own this
I'm not living
bitch.
there.
Like, let it burn. It is what it is. But yeah, she's the only one that lives in Centralia. I want to go
I've
there
never
so
been
bad,
there.
but I'm pretty sure it's blocked off.
Nor have I ever visited the abandoned turnpike that they just.
I
Covered
know
up.
Did
that I
they?
wish.
Yeah.
Yeah, all the graffiti.
Yeah, you guys
Someone
had
tried
to
to
have
bought
seen
it
it.
and ripped it all up.
You guys
They
should have
dumped
seen it. It
truckloads
was
and
a
truckloads of
pretty
dirt.
cool experience.
Yeah, that's something I wish.
I
that
went
would've
there
gone
with
to see.
Catalina and her boyfriend at the time, and I think
So we
two
need
other
a
people.
bucket list.
Okay, we'll add it to our list.
Yeah,
of
The
things.
tunnel's still there, though. I think you could probably get through the tunnel.
You might be able. I don't know.
You just can't drive up to it.
Right. We didn't drive up to it anyways because you weren't allowed. It was a lot of it was blocked off. You just drove
Yeah.
up, parked, and then walked it. But then you can get up into the towers and all the control rooms, and it
Wow.
was actually pretty cool.
Yeah.
But like we did it at night, so it was a little weird. Let's be honest. It was a little creepy.
San Antonio is haunted. Bailey and I did. a
San
ghost hunt in
Antonio
San
is
Antonio.
haunted. I've heard that. I have heard that.
It's like I feel like the scariest place to visit would be an abandoned asylum, which
Oh,
is
yeah.
I feel like
Yes.
very common.
The old
Penthurst.
TV clinics, which we have South Mountain, not too far away, and actually one of the buildings up there is an old children's home.
Okay.
And
Okay.
it's
Fair
not.
enough.
You can't even go in the building because
Right.
one year
right,
the pipes burst and all the tiles and stuff came down, which were asbestos.
Mm,
But can you imagine? I mean,
Mm.
just think the number of people that died in tuberculosis clinics. So they've definitely
Love you,
got
Mom.
it.
Have a good night. Yeah, no. Penhurst. I think it's called the Penhurst. It is in PA as
Mhm.
well. It is the absolute most hauntedest.
Haunted.
Most haunted.
Most. I really butchered that shit, didn't I? Holy fuck.
where's your meat cleaver?
The most haunted is, I think, the Penhurst Penthouse or something like that.
That's
Is
what we should do. We should.
it's
plan one
it's
trip
an
a
old
year.
asylum, upstate PA, or I think it might be in New York.
I don't necessarily.
But dude,
wanna
like
do-
apparently you go there and there's always something is gonna happen.
I want to go to like an actual abandoned place that's not like
Old prison in
commercially-
Philly. Which one are you talking about, Deb?
That's something like that. I wouldn't want to go to like a commercial type tour.
I've heard that one though too. There is definitely an older one. I can't think of the name in Philly.
You
I
could
can't
just do
think
one
of it.
half. Just do one half.
Wait, let me
Your
just.
duck head.
I just got butchered. Better yet, this
Duck for Halloween this year.
that
You
duck
said
shit
you
was-
wanted turkey. We're gonna have duck
It broke.
instead.
did it? Well, the duck was
Taking the tag off of it.
the
before-
duck was killing me, so we're gonna do this.
That's fine.
Since you butchered it.
I know. I can't think of that name. I do. I love this time of year, man. I love spooky. I love spooky time. I love spooky vibes.
So for anybody that didn't guess our Halloween costume, go back to the
I know
beginning
what
of the video.
I got it.
Okay, I think you probably
All
know.
about it says
Can I say? Can we say?
I guess we'll review it.
Saskatchewan duck.
We were duck
Goose.
goose for Halloween.
It was
Yeah.
duck
I
goose.
just got it.
Did you?
That
when
was
you said that, it's like, oh, I didn't know you were.
Did you really just get that?
Yes, I did.
Holy hell!
When he said there was a theme, it's like, oh my goodness, that's
Yeah. So
A no-brainer.
the reason that came up is he's that as a duck.
Yeah, I can't.
I'm Duck Pin. So we're like, oh,
I've
duck,
read that right.
duck, goose.
F you. No, I think I read that right.
Sichuan sauce.
Sichuan. What did I say? Saskatchewan. I said Saskatchewan
Bigfoot.
duck. That's what I
Oh
said.
yeah, we got Bigfoot.
Yeah, we do.
That's a big one. Is
Yeah,
he
but that's
around
not
here?
spooky.
It is
Bigfoot ain't
northern.
spooky at all, man.
We did
Oh.
have a
Jory, you're gonna show us your costume.
Chewbacca, which is very similar to.
Yeah, Chewbacca.
That's the
is,
Star Wars version of Bigfoot.
It's a Chinese duck dish. Yeah, I know what it is. I get it. I get it from the Chinese people, Brummett. Hey, before There's only a couple people in here now, but before we forget, we gotta do it. It's gotta happen right now.
Forgot about
It's
this.
gonna happen. So everybody, Brahma, this is for you. Once you know that.
You're in it too now, just so you know.
Oh my goodness.
Oh, what?
Are you still on the ice challenge?
What is?
Human ice.
What is this? Chupacabra. Yeah, I'm down for
Lose.
chupacabra, man. That's
It's okay. I do.
All right, we owed everybody one of these.
we owed him. Oh, my hair.
I'm on a wheelie chair, so brace yourself.
Oh, my hair is looking rude. This is for y'all.
Happy Halloween.
Happy Halloween, everybody. Y'all are cheap. I started later. Oh, yeah.
Good on you.
Okay,
Thanks
brain
again.
freeze.
Yeah.
Oh my
Thanks,
god.
thanks again, everybody, for tuning in.
Yeah, I think that's gonna be it. Holy shit.
We're glad you guys tuned in.
I know we were
Catch us-
10 minutes late, but
Happy Halloween. Stay safe. We'll see you Monday.
well, yeah, we'll be back Monday for sure.
Here's the bat.
And we do have the bat there. Everybody be safe. It is the weekend. It is Friday. Halloween is tomorrow. Don't drink and drive. Just be safe. Enjoy you guys' time with your family and
Have a spectacular evening.
Yeah.
There you
spooktacular.
go.
Enjoy it.
Freaky
Like you said,
Friday.
we'll see you back
Spectacular.
Monday, same time, 5:30.